Hey there, Catherine Starring again. Welcome to the second video on this amazing series, Teach What You Already Know and Make Money. I'm so excited. Thank you for coming back. I'm so excited. Have gotten so many DMs and comments and questions and replies. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I knew that this was going to be an important content to share. I knew this is something that was very needed. So I'm very excited that it has resonated with you. Thank you so much. So let's get right into it. If you haven't watched the first video, you gotta watch it. It's just, you have to. But I'll recap for you real quick. In the last video, I talked to you about how I began to teach what I already knew and make money, the story behind it. So definitely you have to watch the video for that. And then I showed you what was possible. I hope I did a really good job at showing you that that's how I did it. Great for you, Catherine. How about me? How do I do that? And the last thing that I did was I showed you, I talked to you about why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm qualified to do it, how I'm helping people left and right, and how I am sought after because of my skills. Again, you definitely have to go back and watch it because it will just bless your whole entire life. Now today, why you're here. What's the deal? What are we gonna learn today? So I promised you in the last video that we're gonna go deeper into storytelling. I'm the storyteller, right? So if anybody was gonna teach you about storytelling, I think should be this lady right here. And then you're thinking, Catherine, why on earth are you teaching me about storytelling when what I'm here for is to teach what I already know and make some moolah and make some money, right? Yes, I hear you. But can I just tell you a secret between you and I right here? Storytelling, huge. When it comes to sharing what you know, teaching what you know, selling that, huge. Which is why I decided of all the things that I could teach you, as the storyteller that had to learn how to tell stories the right way, I thought they need this. I'm gonna teach it to them. They're gonna love it. And it's going to help them in every area of their life, but especially when they're trying to teach something in exchange for, right? So we are in that economy of I give you something, you give me something in return. That's the way the world works. And oftentimes when we are believers, we think that we just got to give everything away. Well, there's an exchange. Even when you're watching TV, they'll give you the content in exchange. You're watching them, right? You're using cable or Netflix or Hulu to watch it, right? So there's always an exchange. Don't think that everything is just willy-nilly. What do they say? There's not such a thing as a free lunch, right? Okay, awesome. Now that you got that, I think I got everything that I needed to recap for you. If you haven't watched the video, I'm gonna put the link below. Go watch it, pause this, watch it, and then come back. Make sense? Okay, awesome. Let's get right into storytelling. But let me tell you how not to do it. And this is what I did. And before I thought, when somebody said, tell me your story, I would start from, I don't know, a long time. Well, I was born in an island. Like I would just go all the way back. And that's not what they meant, especially when you're trying to connect with someone for something very specific. And you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the difference when you start telling the story from that perspective instead of telling your general story. Both are true, but one gets you quicker, faster, more efficiently to where you want to be. Does that make sense? Okay, let's break that down for a little bit. So you meet somebody at the airport. I meet people at the airport all the time because I travel a lot. I'm traveling again this weekend, the following weekend, and the weekend after that. So I tell my story a lot. I'm meeting a lot of people all the time. And most of the time is for business, most of the time. But even if it's not for business, I'm a businesswoman. So wherever I go, I'm business minded and my business is faith-based. So it just goes hand in hand with what I do. So when I'm introduced to somebody, when I'm introducing myself, I don't go on and on. I mean, I've been alive for 42 years. So that's a lot of things have happened in that time. I'm not going to spend my time trying to recap what's happened every year since then, right? I'm here for a purpose, right? So that's what many people do. So instead, I am always aware that what is my goal? Start with that. If you're taking notes, start taking notes. Grab your pen, grab your notebook. I got this one from Barnes & Noble. I really, really, really love of it: faith, hope, in love. And the back says, and the greatest of them is love. And I love that. It's really hard. So that was me wasting time. Give you time to grab your notebook and to grab a pencil or to grab a pen. And if you don't have one, you can still pause this video, get that, and then come right back. Okay? Awesome. So you're going to start with the purpose. What is my purpose? What is my goal? What is the goal that I want to have out of this conversation? I was coaching someone last night, and it dawned on me that not everybody, and I had to explain, she was asking me, you know, how do you do this? And I had to explain exactly how I do it and break it down, explain exactly what it is, because you know what, we think that everybody knows everything. Not everybody, we cannot assume. My father said this all the time when I was growing up. I believe he still says this. Never assume anything. And you know what happens when one assumes. So break it down. What is your goal? And that means for you, you're here, right? Because you want to learn how to teach your easy and make money. So if that is your goal, then what story are you going to tell that fits that goal? Let's use me as an example, since I haven't met you yet. I am a writing coach and a content monetization strategist. What that means is that I help people create content that they can sell. Okay, that's what I do. So if I meet somebody at a plane, let's continue with that analogy. I meet somebody on a plane, they're like, hey, how are you? And usually starts with something like, oh, I love your bracelets. And that starts with that. And then we go from there. So what do you do, or what are you traveling? And so they always, are you traveling for business or for pleasure? And I had this down, okay, because I'm a recovering introvert, so I had to have something in my mind already. I'm like, well, I am traveling for the pleasure of my business. That's cute, right? It's cheeky, right? So it always gets me an answer like, ooh, that's cool. Oh, good for you. Like all that stuff, right? And then they ask me, so, you know, what do you do for business, right? So I said, okay, great. You know, when you meet somebody that's really amazing and they're telling you what they do and they're just putting down some knowledge, like your head's spinning, like you're trying to write down, you're like, where is my pen? Where is my notebook? I have to write this stuff down, and they're just blowing your mind. Have you ever met somebody like that? Right? And then you tell them, okay, you must have an amazing book. Where can I get your book? And they look at you like you have three heads, and they're like, book? I don't have a book. And you're like, okay, you don't have a book. So maybe you have this course, right? You have this on an ebook. You have this as a blog that I can read, right? Where can I find your stuff? And they still look at you like, they're like, no, I don't have anything that I can give you. I just know this stuff, right? Don't you feel people like that had a book or content that you can consume, right? Well, I help those people. Those people need someone that knows how to package content well so they can sell it and share it with the people that want it and are willing to pay. That's what I do. Okay, let's unpack that real quick, okay? That's like my quick 30 seconds, 90 seconds thing that I say about me. Now, I could have said that I'm a mother, that I'm a Christian, that I live in Boston, that I have an accent, and that's because I was born in the Caribbean. But how does that get me closer to my goal? My goal is to get referrals. My goal is to meet people, either the person that I'm speaking to or the people that they know, get them really clear about who I am and what I do, so they can say, as a matter of fact, Catherine, I know Pastor so-and-so. He preaches like nobody else. Everybody loves his stuff, but he doesn't have a book yet. Do you have a card? Do you have a card so I can give them to them? And I could say, as a matter of fact, I would love, yes, I do have a card. Thank you so much. Here, and then this is how I present my card. I always have it ready. As you can see, super cute. There is the card, and in the front, let me see if you can see it there. It is the Premier Writing Coach, Catherine E. Story. Very clear, so they remember the face, right? Same face, different hair colors, same face. And then in the back, booyah, it's all my information. So the front, it's super, super duper simple. And I'm like, here you go. Here's my card. And I give you two, so you can keep one and give one to them. If you want to give me their name, that's fine. If you want to do an email intro, totally fine. I just got a lead. I told my story. But I just got a lead. I told them what I did, and I did not tell them, well, my name is Catherine Storing, and I am the content monetization strategist. What does that do for me? What does that do for them? It lets them know that I have a pretty fancy pants title. Didn't do anything for me, right? So that's an example. You have to start with the goal in mind. Okay, what do I want to achieve today or this month or this week? And then tell the story from that perspective. Okay, so that's the first example. Hopefully that makes sense. You keeping it, it's true. You're not, I don't want you to lie, because we're gonna be integral, but we also want to be strategic. How do we tell our story that helps other people better understand what we do and hire us, until other people that can hire us? Make sense? Let's say that you are let's say, what example can I use? Let's say that you have a car detailing service. Perfect. And maybe you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, I love cleaning cars. I would love to do that. Okay, maybe that's you here. This is a story that you're gonna have. Are you ready? Okay, cool. And this is kind of true, right? So I like clean cars. I don't like to clean cars. I think that's a waste of my time. Okay, my sister, on the other hand, she loves to have her car clean. Actually, she has her car detailed every single week. So let's say that I am the person that details cars. Okay, and you meeting me at the airport, and you look at me and you're like, oh wow, yeah, you look so put together. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And what do you do? And then I say, well, I got tired of getting in my sister's car. It was always dirty. Like, the car, it was okay, but the floor mats, they were always dusty, and they always had sand, because we live in the North Shore. And she always said she had no time. Like, that was her excuse. And I'm like, I'm gonna get her, because I know she wants to have her car clean, but she doesn't want to drive to the car wash because it's always a line and it's cold, and that was her excuse, right? So I figured out, wait a minute, there are people like her out there that work from home or are very busy, want to have their car detailed, but they don't want to spend the time. What if I bring the car detail service to them? And that is how we clean it for you, car cleaning service. So that's what we do. We are in the North Shore, and we cover quite a few cities and towns. And what we do is we bring all our products, and then we clean up people's cars. Whoa, that's pretty cool, right? The other person, they're coming from the same city. So they're like, you guys come to me so I don't have to leave. That is a really cool, that's your job. That is amazing that you came up with that idea. You know what? I am just like your sister. I don't like to leave my house to clean my car. Do you have a business card? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you see what I mean? Do you see how amazing this is? Do you see how telling the story, beginning with the goal, and then just explaining, no titles. The card, this is what I have that's why I have my card right here. My card tells you everything, the fancy title, all that stuff, right? It has content monetization strategist, writing coach and ghostwriter, author of 20 plus books, TEDx keynote speaker. Great. That isn't gonna give me any clients. You can see that in my card, on my website. You can see that on my social media. However, my story, that right there, it's gonna get you a business card, a LinkedIn profile, connections, something every single time. I'm so excited for you. Can now you think about how you can tell your story in a different way based on the outcome that you want to have. It's not lying, it's just being more strategic. It's really thinking about, okay, what is my outcome? I want to get more clients. I want to help more people. How do I tell my story in such a way that it's just more than one liner? Have you noticed that when I said it, it took me maybe a couple, not very long, and I made it fun. I made it human. Don't forget to be human, okay? When I hear people tell stories all the time, they forget to be human. Like, just tell the story. Excuse me. Just tell the story. Just talk like you're talking to a human being, because you are. Because you are. Does that make sense? Oh my goodness. Let me make sure that I got everything that I wanted to tell you. So one of the things that people ask me all the time is, well, Catherine, I'm not a great storyteller. What I will tell you about that is you gotta try, you gotta practice. A lot of people are not great at something because they do it once and they flop. They do it once and they don't do it and it doesn't land the right way. Well, you only did it once. That's why when you have reps, when you're working out, you have reps, you do it repeatedly so you can see the change, so you can see your arms, right? The muscles develop and, ooh, I like that because I've been working out. I'm doing reps, right? So there's something going on here. It's the same with storytelling, okay? You have to practice over and over again. It gets better with time. I promise you it gets better with time, okay? Awesome. Now, I would love for you to do me a favor. If you can share this on social media, that would be amazing. But if you can leave me a comment below and tell me, okay, Catherine, this is what I wanna sell. This is how I tell my story. What do you think? I want you to tell me how this is changing or blowing your mind about storytelling. Because maybe you thought it was very complicated, and it's just knowing what your goal is and making it relatable and being human. That's really what it is. So let me know in the comments how this is changing how you look at storytelling. And if you feel somebody needs this, go ahead and share it on social media because it's gonna bless their whole entire lives, right? Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. So in the next video, guess what? If you like this one, you cannot miss the third one. You just cannot. Because on the third one, I'm actually gonna give you my formula. I'm gonna go over the formula on how to teach you easy. So if you thought the first video was great and this one was even better, I'm sorry to tell you. The third one is gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be so good. So the formula that I put together, I'm gonna go over that with you on the third video. You cannot miss it. So keep an eye out on your email because it's coming super duper soon. See you on the next video.